those that will join us later.
Good evening,
Uh,
sir.
how are you doing now? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir. Well done.
I wish you the same. How is everything going, sir?
Thank God Almighty. And
Okay.
yourself?
We bless God. We bless God. Okay. A lot of people have been applying the 4 hour concept. Uh, the 4 hour 5 minute concept in a wrong way. So today we are going to be having some clarity on it. So we actually made this a general class, both for those on the paid group and then those on the general uh, group. So it's just to give a hint of how it is, because I see a lot of people uh, uh, doing it the wrong way. So I decided to bring up a correction to a lot of things that I'm seeing. So when it comes to the 4 hour 5 minute trading concept, it does not mean you exclude direction. It does not mean you exclude direction. Direction is very vital in this market. Direction is very vital in this market. So direction, and then the next thing that follow is POY, followed by what we call the entry. So these three things are key. So now, even though the concept is just based on 4 hour and 5 minute entry, or 4 hour and then 15 minute entry, you must always take note of what the higher time frame is doing. The market direction on the daily. Yes, you must always have a peep. So for my direction now, I will go to the daily. And once I go to the daily for my market direction, I must always make sure, except I'm trading against the trend, that the direction on the daily and that on the 4 hour are tallying. Yes, are tallying. Actually, what I'm doing on 4 hour is picking my POY. We're going to be seeing a lot of the POY, the different types of POY that we can pick on the 4 hour. But one thing I want us to note first is that the structure on daily and the structure on 4H must align. There must be alignment. There must be align alignment. There must be an alignment, because if you don't have an alignment, picking your POY will be very hard. So if I have a single drop, or if I have this on the daily, if I have this on the daily, if this is what I have on the daily, I want to see an expanded one, an expanded bearish move on 4 hour. So this is 1D, 1D, this is 1D. But if I go down to the 4 hour, what I want to see is an expanded bearish move. So I'm to see more of the bearish move expanded. So that is the type of alignment I am looking for before I can go and pick my POY and then start trading and then moving any way I want. So the key thing here is your market structure. Your market structure. There must be an alignment. So once you are able to find that alignment, then you are good to go. You can pick your POI for entry and then go to 5 minutes or 15 minutes for whatsoever you want to do. So the alignment is the first thing you must always seek for. Once there is no alignment, except you want to counter trade, I mean. But once there is an alignment, you are good to go. So the 4 hour and the daily must align. So now another thing is your entry and your exit. So now in the 4 hour plus plus 5-minute concept. Once you are able to have 1:3, you are good to go. I think those that are on the inner class, we made mention of the power of PDT and compounding. Was it yesterday class or 2 days ago class? So your main aim should be 1:3. Once you have 1:3, my people, you are good to go. Either, okay, if you have above 1:3, what you can do next is you pay yourself, trail your stop loss, and then leave the rest to run. But your main focus should be 1:3. Your main focus should be 1:3. So I know the common thing that a lot of people will say I trade is gold, Bitcoin, ETH, and some of derivative. So this is just a random pair. This is jump 100, a derivative pair. So on the daily, we are going to be applying what we just saw. So if you look at on the daily now, the market structure from this daily time frame, the market structure on this daily time frame, the market structure is bearish. For those that attended, that have been with us on the inner group, you will know that we have taught a lot of lessons on how to mark out market direction, market structure, and stuff like that. So market structure is not something new for us to be able to identify, but from the line chart, we are able to see clearly that this is a bearish market. So remember, we're talking about 1 day and 4-hour alignment. So let's move down to the 4-hour. Let's move down to the 4-hour. Okay, this is an expanded form, or the expanded market structure on 4-hour. So you can see where I talk about alignment, expansion, and then let me put this somewhere here. The expansion, and then the main move from the daily. So if you look at now, this is expanded. So at least from here, you're able to pick multiple POIs. So now, once you're able to establish your market direction and there is an alignment, the next thing is to get your POI. So the first POI we look at in this concept is the resistance zone. We also look at support zone. We also look at engulfing OB. We also look at DM, double marrows. So these are the POI mainly we focus on. So now, since okay, our entry will be QML or OB. QML or OB. So now, since we are in a bearish market, let me take this off. We are able to establish alignment with the daily and the 4-hour. And we are in a bearish market. We are going to be picking our POI. Our POI, which is very important. So in a bearish market, we have this move. So this is what we have in a bearish market. So now, if we look at this expanded form, we are not actually to take everything. But if we look at this expanded form, there are multiple POIs you can pick as our resistance zone. We have also discussed how to pick POIs on different class occasion. So this one POI here, we have a resistance zone over here. There is a resistance zone over here, and then another resistance zone over here. So due to time, I'll just pick these two and lay emphasis on them. So this is how we pick our resistance zone, where we have a sharp V edge, So let me take this off. Okay. So coming here, we have our confirmation already of what a typical resistance zone look like. We have our confirmation. Let me bring this down. So market structure being established. Next is our POI, like I told us, which we are picking on the 4-hour. You don't pick your POI from the daily. No, you don't pick your POI from the daily. So from this 4-hour time frame, we have been able to establish that this is a resistance zone. So let's say price is reacting from here, a resistance zone. Like I told us, we can have multiple POI. So the first POI we are dealing with is in a bearish market is the resistance zone. And the resistance zone is made up of a buy candle and a sell candle and a V zone and an upside down V if you are using a line chart. So now, the concept of this 4-hour and 5-minute entry is that it gives you a sharp move. You're able to catch the first move in the market. You're able to catch the first move in the market. So this is where we are aiming. This is our resistance zone. So this is our RZ, 4HRZ, 4HRZ. So all you have to do is to mark this zone, and then you tune down to the 5 minutes. You tune down to the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, what do I want to see? That is the question you ask yourself. On the 5 minutes, what do I want to see? So coming down on the 5 minutes, we already know that the 4-hour is for our POI, which is the RZ. So coming down on the 5 minutes, I want to see a body BO, a body BO. So we'll explain this. So now coming to this region, what I want to see on this region is something like this. Remember, I'm dealing with this my resistance zone over here. I'm dealing with this my resistance zone over here. So at this level, I call it a body BO because that is the type of confirmation I want on 5 minutes. I call it a body BO. So at this level, I want to see a candle body stick. Breaking below this level on the 5 minutes. A candle body stick. So the candle should close below it. So I want to see something like this on 5 minutes. So this is where I have my body BO. So this is what I want to see on the 5 minutes. If I don't see this on the 5 minutes, I have no way, or I must not enter into that market. So until I have all this in play, I'm not allowed to enter this market. And I'm not telling you that this is a 100% win strategy, but no, it gives us higher win rate in the market. We have applied it to Bitcoin, we have applied it to ETH, we have applied it to gold. And those on the inner group has been eating a lot with it. So now, remember, this is where we marked on 4 hours. So let's go down to 5 minutes. And I'm also going to explain to us the reason why I prefer 5 minutes than 15 minutes on most occasions. So let's zoom back. So if you remember quite well, thank God, we still have our line in check. All I just do is to move my line back. So now on this area now, this is the use of your line chart. Let's zoom out. If you look at this, is where price reacted on 5 minutes. But before that, a low was created. A low was created, and this is the low over here. So if I'm to mark this low over here, I can name this my BO, or let me just call it BMS. The BMS. From the line chart alone, I'm able to see that the body candle, a body candle broke that region. So let's go back to this. So you can see that this red candle was what gave us a break of market structure, a very valid break of market structure. So the next thing you want to ask yourself is the OB that caused this break of market structure. And you can see it's very clear over here. This is the OB here, the other block. So I'll pick both this as the other block. And then we have our bearish OB over here. So from here, you should already be seeing that it gave a very clean sniper entry. A very, very clean sniper entry. So yes, this is where I'm picking over here. And you can see our price return tapped into it. And you don't need any prophet to tell you how massive it sold. You don't need any prophet to tell you how massive it sold. But remember that our aim is 1:3. You can see where price ran down to. Price ran down all the way down here. And then my stop loss placement will be a bit above the other block. So you can see that price ran down all the way here, all the way here. Price ran down all the way to this level. That is almost how many ratio? That is 1:19.76. 1:19.76. At least if you have this, you are done for trading for a week. If you have this. But remember, our sole aim is for us to have 1:3. We pay ourselves as traders and then leave the rest to run. So at a level like this, let me see. This is one ratio. So at 1:3, around somewhere here, you pay yourself. You apply PDT. A lot of you have been seeing PDT, and you don't know what it is. So that is the concept of PDT. At around 1:3, you pay yourself and then adjust your stop loss and then leave the rest position to run. So remember, this was where our main focus was, the 4H resistance zone. The 4H resistance zone. The 4H resistance zone. So this was it. And you can see how price ran smoothly, gave a sniper entry, and then gravity assisted it in pushing down. So this is for a bearish market. This is for a bearish market, and this is the POI, the first POI we are considering. That is the resistance zone. That is the resistance zone. So I don't know if we have any question. If we have any question, we can unmute our mics now. If we have any question. Any questions so far? Do we have any question, or it is well understood?
Yeah, I think I have a question.
Okay, what is your question? Go ahead.
My question is, please, can you go to 24 hours in your time frame?
Okay, give me a minute. 24 hour.
Yes. Now, okay.
This is it on 24 hour.
Okay, please zoom out. If you are to zoom out, you see that it is it's having another structure. Do we mark? No, zoom out, zoom out. You zoomed in too much. Sorry. Fill out like very well. Now you can see this market structure of downtrend. Do you count that too, or you just ignore it?
If you remember, this is 24 hour, am I right?
Yes, this is 24 hours.
That is 1 day. It means that each of the candlestick here took 1 day to form. So imagine going back to go and take your market analysis. You watch recent price action in the market, which is why I took this area from here. So even though this is even much. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we're on the 14th candle. That is 14 days of price action. So imagine going all the way to almost more than, the candles over here should be more than 50. Imagine going back to more than 50 days to go and start your analysis from. Except maybe you are a hedge funds trader, but you're an intraday trader here, or you're a scalper here. So you consider recent market actions or price actions in the market. So there's no need of you going back, except maybe you are doing it for the purpose of back testing. But you want to start analysis, you want to scroll behind, and then you start your market analysis from here. If you count the number of candles here, this should be more than 3 months. All the way from here. I don't know if you are getting me.
Understand, yeah.
So if you want to start your analysis, look at current 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days market price action, and then you start whatsoever you want to do from there. Is that gotten?
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome. So any other question?
What's your view on V100?
You said?
What's your view on V100? What is your view on V100? V100.
Please, can you come again and can you come audible?
Could you share your views on V100?
Okay, you're asking for my view on VIX 100. We don't actually do, we actually analyze that after the class and then send to the group. I don't know if you are on any of the group. Are you on any of the group? Can you hear me? I guess his network is lost. I don't.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I said, are you on any of the groups? That is where I can only share my view on. I guess you can't hear me clearly. Okay, someone was requesting I share my view,
Yeah.
how I was. You said what?
I have a question. You drop from H4 straight to 5 minutes for
Yes,
entry.
that is
Why
before.
didn't we consider the BMS on H1?
Okay, that is actually the basic concept I've been trading, but with time we're able to refine being able to catch that first run. So the 4 hour, 5 minute concept help us to catch that first run. So if we want to make another run now, we'll check for the BMS and then they return to origin. But that first run that will cause that break of market structure on 1 hour is what helps us. This 4 hour, 5 minutes help us to catch that first run. You get me? So it's like a shortcut.
Yeah,
it's like a shortcut to the main strategy we have been trading. For you to ask this question, it means you have been following our teachings for long.
Yes, I'm following. I'm studying you. I'm studying your videos.
Good. So someone said I should share my view on how I was able to catch the trade on BTC today. Okay, if you look at BTC from the 4 hour, and even if you check the daily, it is bullish. It is bullish. So what I maximized was the DM, the gap in between this candle. So after marking the DM, This was the candle I traded. So I went to 5 minutes. I went to 5 minutes. So on 5 minute time frame, I think, yes, this was the area here. On 5 minutes time frame, I had this break of market structure, a body break. For those that saw the analysis on the WhatsApp group, you can check it out. So this was where the break of market structure occurred. And then my entry was based on a QML. So I utilized this area for my entry. And it was in alignment with a bullish order block, So this was where I picked my entry. And remember I told you that in the 4 hour, 5 minutes concept, you should aim for at least 1:3. The rest, you can let it run. So I made my entry around this area here. And if you can look at, I was actually aiming somewhere around here. But after a PDT, price started reversing. And then coming over here, I think the first PDT was somewhere around here at 1:3. So this is where I got my 1:3. And for those on the WhatsApp group, I think you saw the results. After the PDT, I moved my stop loss to the entry level, and price came and gave me a break even, and then I took a little loss on the second position I wanted entering. I wanted making another entry around here. So this was where I took the second loss, 2 positions on loss. That was it. But for the PDT, I was able to secure a good amount. My main aim was this high. I wanted price to clear this high. But notwithstanding, price still printed well. So you should always put in mind that the 4 hour, 5 minutes concept, it can give you assuredly 1:3. Once you have 1:3, you pay yourself. You have 1:3, you pay yourself. So with this, you're able to compound 1:3 for a long period of time. In 10 days, that is 1:30. In a month, you know what that is. So there's power in compounding. You might look like 1:3 is too small. Can it feed me? Can it sort my bills? But there's what is known as compounding effect. For those on the inner group, I recommend you read Atomic Habits. You will understand the power of compounding, the power of little actions on daily basis. So it was the DM, double marrow, that I used in entering BTC. Hope that is clear for the person that was asking. Hope that is clear. Any question? Any other question?
Yes, one more tiny question, please. This QML entry you gave here,
Yeah.
this QML, why didn't you put your stop loss below that sweep?
Below which sweep? This one?
Yes, that's
This one here?
yes, this one.
My stop
Yes.
loss was exactly at this level. If you check, are you on the WhatsApp platform?
But then, yeah, I'm on the WhatsApp. But
Okay,
then
check the analysis. You see,
if you put it below this level, it will not give you 1:3.
wait, let's do the maths. I remember my stop loss was somewhere around here. And then, since you're on the WhatsApp platform, check for the analysis. You will see, and then you know it was around this region. But you can check for the analysis, and then you see where I PDT, where I instructed that it's time to pay yourself, and then you can bring up the chart if you can log into your WhatsApp from here. Is that gotten?
All right. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So any other question? Our time is fast spent. Okay, it is clear. I believe there's no other question. So for those that are still having any question, you can my DM is always open, and those that will need the recorded video, it will be pinned to the group so you can access it from there. So I'll see you in the next general class. For those on the private group, our class fully resumes tomorrow. So please make sure you are in attendance. Thank you very much and have a blessed evening. So thank you very much, guys.